Chapter 17, Grumbling or Grateful. When I first started traveling and singing, I met a lot of other singers who were also in the fledgling stages of their careers. Almost all of the Christian music artists had a story of a church that didn't pay them enough. I never had any of those sad tales except that one church in Pittsburgh that didn't give me a dime. I have never forgotten that church, but I got a good story out of that one. I put it on my This Is the Life cassette, and I made a killing, so maybe they paid me after all. Sometimes while listening to my colleagues grumble, I'd think, y'all are bitter. What's the big deal? All because you didn't get enough money in the love offering? Maybe if you'd been a little more lovable, there would have been a little more love in the offering. But don't think that I'm immune from the grumbling virus. I catch myself grumbling now and then. Usually I grumble over things such as having to pack again, catching another plane, going out on my 3-day work week, or going on a cruise. Can you believe that? I actually complained about going on a cruise where you eat great food 13 times a day, where they leave a little chocolate mint on your pillow at night, where you're waited on hand and foot, where the Caribbean sun caresses your body, where the beaches are breathtaking. Yes, I complained about having to go on a cruise. You know you're spoiled when you gripe about cruises. While people were shoveling their grandmothers out of snow heaps in Iowa, I said, oh no, not another cruise. Actually, I've been on a lot of cruises. I really enjoyed the first few hundred cruises. But then I realized you can't get off those ships just anywhere if you decide to pull over for some fast food between one of the 13 meals a day. Until they decide to stop, you're stuck. But that's no reason to grumble. I grumbled, and I'd like to privately confess it to you at this time. Don't you know that God hates grumbling? Listen, 1 Corinthians 10:10 says, do not grumble, as some of them did and were killed by the destroying angel. Whew, God doesn't like grumbling. Israel watched God part the Red Sea. When they got thirsty, he gave them water from a rock. When they got hungry, he provided manna from heaven. When they got tired of manna, he sent them quail. Yet they grumbled about the food. They grumbled about the desert. They grumbled about Moses and Aaron. Can't you hear the Lord now? I give, and all you do is complain. I'm so glad we don't live in Old Testament times. Do you remember what happened back then? When God got a belly full of his children grumbling? Yep, he killed them. That's one serious time out. They got touched by an angel, and it wasn't the sweet Roma Downey or Della Reese type either. God used one of those big Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator type angels to punish them for their grumbling. When do I grumble? I grumble when I'm not grateful, which is really silly of me, since I've got a lot to be grateful for. Grateful for life, a full stomach, and a roof over my head. Grateful for the sun, moon, and stars, the snow on the grass, and the eyes to see it all. Grateful to be loved and forgiven by a merciful Savior. Lately, I've discovered something. When I'm truly grateful, I don't mind cruises so much.